Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the top narratives you might want to watch in 2026. So before we get to talking about all of that, I would like to ask you guys, grab the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 30k subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment what you guys think down below, and while you guys are down here, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the Discord to continue the crypto conversation we're having daily. And you guys can check out my Patreon, look through all the posts of the plays we've been getting into. Of course, 2026 looks beautiful. We're going to be getting into better plays and more games to come for this group here. And while you guys are there, you guys can also pick up my ebook, The Essentials to Mastering Tokenomics. This will help you guys pick out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. Once you're able to understand market cap, FDV, circulating supply, narrative vesting, all of that is very important to picking out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. So links for that will be in the description down below. And after you do your due diligence, you guys can check out the Patreon group, sign up, test out the Discord, see if it's for you guys, right? And let's get right into the video, guys. So a lot of people have a lot of predictions for 2026, especially since some people are in the camp that we're going to have a bullish 2026, whether it's the first half of 2026 or the second half of 2026. 2026 becoming a bullish year is growing for a lot of people. Now, Nate put out this tweet here, 2026 crypto prediction from Hashdex. Stablecoins will double in market cap. I believe that is going to be true, right? Tokenized real world assets will grow by a factor of 10. 3. AI crypto market will grow to $10 billion, right? Also now recommending a 5 to 10% crypto allocation for most investors. Now getting into the tweet that I've made for my predictions for 2026, pretty much I believe AI/robotics, pretty much anything AI related that's going to be from your robotics, embodied AI, everything AI will be bullish for 2026. Right? RWAs, they can't stop talking about tokenization, right? That is going to be another narrative. Prediction markets, a lot of people are seeing that prediction markets is going to be huge in 2026. A lot of things is changing because of prediction markets, right? Another thing that a slept on narrative that no one's really talking about is energy. Because of the demand of AI, right? Data centers, all of that, I believe energy is going to be one of the biggest beneficiaries of AI, right? So in this video, we're going to be talking about these narratives here, right? And then I'm going to drop a separate video breaking down each narrative that you guys should pay attention to. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and have that noti bell turned on so you don't miss out on any of those videos. So let's get it right into it, guys. Bank of America CEO says AI will drive economic growth, strong economic growth in 2026. And David put out this tweet here. Now, before we get into David's tweet, a lot of people think that the AI bubble is going to burst, right? But I don't think it's going to burst anytime soon. This AI bubble is going to continue to grow because things are just getting started. We just laid the foundation for AI in 2025, and I believe in 2026. This is where it's going to get crazy. You guys are already seeing Nvidia already invested into Grok at, what is it, 20 billion? I don't even know what the price was, but they just dropped a lot of money on buying a new company. They're doing a lot more things for AI, right? And like David put out this tweet here, 2026 is where it all begins. 2025 was the year of preparation for artificial intelligence. 2026 will be the year of AI implementation. We're already seeing it. The Neo robots is going live next year. They're going to be shipping out. Tesla robots is already, I said Tesla robots, sorry. Robo taxis from Tesla is already live, I think, in San Francisco, and it's probably going to branch out a little bit more in 2026. Uber just partnered with Nvidia for their robo taxis. There's a lot that's going on when it comes down to robo taxis and AI in 2026. And David continues here. Let's look at what is going to happen in 2026. Autonomous taxis will enter mass production, replacing many driver jobs. That's your Uber, your Lyft. They're all going to have their own, self-driving cars, right? Autonomous commercial trucking and delivery will ramp up quickly. Humanoid robots will enter mass production and begin taking over entire job categories. AI models will increasingly replace information work, leading to the rise of unemployment. AI models will accelerate innovations across technology, medicine, and science, including the further development of AI itself. Now, he continues to go on for a lot of different things, so you guys should probably look into this tweet here because you'll learn a little bit more about AI and see why people are bullish on AI for 2026. Now, AI is a category, a narrative on CoinGecko is sitting at a $25 billion market, and I believe this has the potential to double in 2026, if not get close to double in 2026, and that would be huge for the narrative itself. There's a lot of cheap altcoins right now in this narrative. There's also a lot of vaporware that's going to be in AI as well. You guys can see there's some standout. Tau is a lot of people's favorite. Render, you're going to have FET, you're going to have virtuals, you got Arweave. There's a lot that's here. We're going to be breaking this down in a whole nother video because I don't want to make this video too long for you guys, but we got a video breaking down the AI narrative that is going to be hot. Same with robotics here, right? Robotics right now, it's very low in market cap. One, because there's not a lot of great robotics plays right now in the narrative, right? There's a lot more slated to come out next year, right? So I can see this right now clearly doubling to tripling in 2026 right now. So you guys can see Virtual Protocol leading the way, IoTex here, GeoNet, Peak, Archie. There's a lot of people's favorite here, and there's some vaporware as well. There's always going to be a lot of vaporware in different narratives here, but there's a lot of small caps in here that may pump a part of the virtuals ecosystem. Some that is just vaporware that's going to be pumped by other content creators talking about them. But this is definitely a sector to watch that I believe is undervalued when it comes down to the whole AI narrative. Now, because of AI, a lot of people aren't really talking about this next narrative that is going to be one of the big beneficiary of AI. You guys already seen it on the list, is energy, right? There's some tweets here. This chart should scare the hell out of a lot of people. Now, I don't think it should be scary, but uranium demand is accelerating. Mine supply isn't keeping, and that gap isn't cynical, right? It's structural. You can't power AI, data centers, EVs, and electrification with hope. Base load matters, energy security matters. The next crisis is already visible in the data, right? So this is going by like 2024, 2040, right? But I believe right now in the short term, there's going to be a lot of projects that is going to be building for energy security, energy in general, right? We already have some that's already out in the market, but there's more to be talked about, right? US electricity prices are record highs. After your electric bill doubled, it will double again because you have to pay for AI data centers, right? In the next 10-year, AI demand will quadruple. That's a 4.4% of all electricity on Earth. If AI data centers were a country, they'd rank 4th in electricity, behind only China, US, and India. So this is letting you know how high the demand for energy will be going into 2026. Some people are having a good outlook on it, some people are not, because the demand is just going to be high, right? BN made a bullish prediction about energy in its 2026 outlook. Global electricity demand from data centers will grow 17% annually by 2050. Massive infrastructure investments will be required to keep up with this demand. Global power investment is expected to reach 3.3 trillion in 2025. We're already past that, right? Because 2025 is over. With over 60% directed towards renewable storage and grid optimization. They see grid infrastructure as key bottlenecks since more than 70% of the global transmission lines are over 25 years old, and the interconnection queues for new renewable projects are stretching close to a decade. This is where two investment themes stand out. Grid infrastructure, we know a few that's doing that, right? Behind the meter arrangement, grid will be needed to be upgraded and transmission capacity should be enhanced to handle the increased load, right? Meanwhile, data center builders and operators will increasingly move towards behind the meter arrangements to bypass the interconnection queues, which will benefit independent power producers. So he did highlight pretty much stocks here, but we are a crypto channel here, so we're going to be talking about crypto. Now, this sector right now is probably the most undervalued sector right now. No one is talking about because not much going on to it. Some of these altcoins are very old, from 2 cycles ago or 1 cycle ago, right? But right now you guys can see Energy Web token. People was very bullish on energy web token, at least last cycle. And I think this is when these type of altcoins are really going to start to benefit off of this. It's going to be in 2026 and going forward, right? Power Ledger is here. You got just a few. These just the only two standout really that's going to go crazy, right? That people are really going to be talking about. And after that, there's not much here. You can see it's so scarce in this narrative that there's not much here. Of course, you have Dion. This was something that a lot of people were actually talking about starting this cycle here. Actually going into 2024, people were bullish on Dion. I think it was 2024 or early 2025. Sorry, you guys could correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. But there's also going to be a lot of vaporware here that's going to be in here. But as energy sector continues to grow and the narrative gets hotter, you're going to see a lot more projects that's going to be building out for this sector here. Infrastructure plays, data center energy plays, all of that is going to be in this. So AI is going to benefit energy crazy. Of course, you can't talk about the top narratives of 2026 without bringing up RWAs, because they are constantly talking about tokenization. This is something that's happening in the media, right? The traditional companies, sorry, you got your BlackRocks, you got everyone really talking about tokenization at this point. So Presto Research put out this tweet here. Crypto analytics platform, right, predicts tokenization to hitting $490 billion by the end of 2026. That's a crazy jump. Crazy jump, guys. A lot of money, right? Driven by tokenized US Treasury and credit instruments moving on chain. This is how trillions eventually get tokenized. Now, DeFi Warhol put out this tweet here for his top 10 RWA predictions of 2026. We're actually going to talk about this a little bit more when we talk about the RWA narrative, right? Tokenized stocks market cap will surpass $5 billion. Now, we already know that's going to be true because Coinbase just announced in their announcement for the products that they're going to be introducing, they're introducing tokenized stocks. So that is going to be another way that tokenized stocks is going to get bigger on chain, right? And if you guys don't know, Robinhood also has tokenized stocks. They have an L2 built on Arbitrum, while Coinbase has their L2 built on OP. You can see the rivalry there. Tokenized stocks will hit 10 billion in rough monthly transfer volume. Tokenized private credit will surpass $60 billion. Tokenized US Treasury will grow to $25 billion. Tokenized commodities will be a $10 billion market cap. Institutional alternative funds will go beyond $10 billion. Tokenized non-US government debt will cross $3 billion. Tokenized corporate bonds will surpass $2 billion. Tokenized RWAs, stable coins, right, distributed value will hit $60 billion. RWA growth, user growth will grow exponential with 2 million plus RWA holders. So you guys can already see some of these predictions that's happening in 2026. And right now, the overall market cap for RWAs on chain on CoinGecko is at a $54 billion. This could, if it's true in 2026 that we're getting a whole host of money coming in to tokenized assets on chain, there's a potential that this market cap may go crazy, make 10x, make 10x, to be honest. And what does that do for the altcoins in this space? Some made 10x, some made 100x, some made 1000x. We don't know, right? We're going to have a video. We're going to be talking about some of the best RWA plays in this space here. There's been this space right now, this narrative, I should say, actually has some of the better plays out as of right now. I mean, as a whole, not a narrative, like just like all the altcoins here. Some of these are really building, some of them are undervalued. And I think with all that liquidity injection coming into the narrative itself, these are going to benefit from it. So you guys already know we're going to have the video breaking that down. Now let's get into the last narrative here, right? 2026 is going to be the year of prediction markets. Now, when I put out the tweet, I did have a response from Autonomous Mouse, who is a follower, actually is a part of the Patreon group as well. I can't see it being prediction markets. Everyone will copy pasta the same website. Liquidity will go into the biggest two sites. Game over, right? I agree. My tweet down below is I agree 50-50 on this take. We're going to break it down in this video too. On this take, I agree there will be a lot of copy pasta, but that's what every narrative out there. But disagree that you can't see the prediction markets because those two sites are building out an ecosystem where pretty much even if all the liquidity goes into those two projects, which is Kalshi and Polymarket, they do have their own ecosystem where the money can also flow into that as well. And Camel puts out a pretty good tweet on why I believe this as well, right? So in 2026, I expect prediction markets to be everywhere. It's pretty much getting everywhere, right? If you guys don't know, One of the biggest things that happened not too long ago was Anthony Joshua knocking Jake Paul out, but at the end he was wearing a poly market chain. This is pretty much the start of how this advertisement is going to begin. Then remembered I said Coinbase had put out a few of their products. They had their whole event where they talked about the new products that they was coming out with. Well, Coinbase also partnered with Kalshi to launch prediction markets right on the app, right? So the most trusted name in crypto integrates with the world's leading prediction market, right? Kalshi. So that's a partnership that is going to directly happen right on the app. As they onboard more and more users, those users will get access to tokenized stocks, crypto from both altcoins from both Base and Solana through their DEX, pretty much Aerodrome and Jupiter, right? And not only that, now they're going to have their own prediction markets right on the app. Pretty much Coinbase wants to be the everything app. So continue on here, integrations into news sites and integrations into media sites. Guess what? This already has happened already, right? Kalshi again partnered with CNN and CNBC. This is huge. Not only that, poly market is being talked about worldwide again. Today on CNBC, Haddock, I don't even know who that is, Dragonfly straight up said, prediction market are the new industry that is just getting started. Poly market is showing up more and more in traditional finance media. So you can see it. It's already happening. The groundwork is being laid out. The talks is happening right now. Then you're going to have landmark legislation replacing political polling, exponential growth in user tooling. And talking about user tooling, this is why I'm building out this app here. It is called SAPE, which stands for Scan, Analyze, Inform, and Predict, right? This is going to be an AI-powered intelligence hub for prediction markets. I'm building this out. It's already being reviewed for the App Store right now on both Google and on Apple iOS. So stay tuned for that. I will be talking about this again. Now, looking at this already, as you guys can see now, if Polymarket already had their token and Kalshi had already their token, this honestly, this market cap would have been much higher, because Kalshi itself, no, I think Polymarket itself has raised $1 billion, a lot of money for a $1 billion valuation. So we can already see once they come out, their valuation is going to be way higher than $1 billion in terms of FDV, maybe 10 billion, who knows, right? But right now the market cap for this prediction markets narrative is sitting at 2.7 billion, and that's without the two giants in here, right? Kalshi and Polymarket. If they come out with a token, it's going to be up here, and this is going to boost up the market cap. But the growth for prediction markets is going to go crazy, right? A lot is going to stay up, maybe a lot, not actually, maybe 4 or 5 is probably going to benefit off of this. You got Limitless on Base here, you're going to have True Markets here, you got Polyfactual, you got Pretty by Virtual. So there's going to be a lot here that may take over, and especially this whole narrative isn't really that big. Actually, this got much bigger than this. Oh, you can see Polymarket here. So it seems like they're going to have their token. We just don't know when the airdrop, or not the airdrop, sorry, we don't know when the token is going to come out, right? But this actually, there's just been a few that just been added here. This is interesting, right? So as you guys can see, these are going to be the narratives that I believe is going to be crazy in 2026. And if you focus on these narratives, I believe you're going to be able to win, especially, I got to say especially, because this the important part. If the market is bullish, right? Now, altcoins are not standalone. So if Bitcoin isn't bullish or the overall market isn't bullish, then altcoins aren't really going to be doing too well. You may have a few standalones that may pump and then dump a little bit later, but we need the overall market to be very bullish for us to succeed with these altcoins here. So remember, I'm going to have a video breaking down each of these narratives for the altcoins I like in these narratives here. Now, if you guys have any narratives that you think is going to be hot and some altcoins, let me know in the comment section down below, and we're going to cover them, right? But that is the video for you guys. You guys let me know how you guys feel about this. Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you guys haven't subscribed already yet, please do so. We on that road to 30K subscribers, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.